This is a little information on how to do the autobiography talk entitled A Quality Personality. The prompt states, abstract qualities come to life, walking and talking, borrowing grandma's shawl and telling scary stories late into the night. Personification at its best. Precise, specific images reveal each abstract quality as a vivid personality. Choose one quality of your personality. Check the dictionary and the thesaurus, explore possible meanings, and hunting down synonyms. These qualities are real people with weird relatives, bad friends, unique clothing styles, and strange stories to tell. Make your chosen quality a real personality too. Complete a sensory cluster for your quality sight, smell, taste, touch, and sound. Then write a carefully polished one paragraph personification of your quality. One of the best things that you need to know, or one of the things that you need to know to really understand this assignment, is the difference between abstract and concrete. Abstract is generally thought of something that you can't touch or you cannot go to the store and buy it. It's things like love, hate, honesty, loneliness. Where a concrete item is something, or concrete is something that you can go, you can touch it, you can buy it at a store. Things like apples, donuts, blankets, cell phone. This assignment is basically easy if you think of it in three parts. Part one is to pick a personality trait you can best identify with. Number two, describe that trait as if it was a thing you could see, smell, hear, feel, and taste. And number three, feel free to borrow a sentence frame so that you only have to fill in the blanks and tweak some. That'll make this writing assignment very easy and that polished paragraph very simple. But here we're doing something very unusual. We're taking that abstract quality item and we're describing as though it were concrete, something you see, smell, feel, taste. I have some great examples to really clarify this, so stick with me. I promise this will get easier. This is that sensory cluster. It will be available in the description box down at the bottom as a copy that you can have. That, along with, and if you want to pause to make your own because you don't want to click to that, pause the video, make your sensory cluster, and then come back to us. Now, there is something I do want to show you, and that is a couple of paragraph frames. These are the paragraph frames that you can type, or if you're handwriting your conflict, you can handwrite it. And again, the links are going to be available in the description. This is one of the paragraphs that you could use. It goes something like, when you enter the room, your eye will note blank and your nose will notice blank. You hug him or her and you feel blank. With a kiss, you taste blank. Your ears notice the sound of blank, and blank is waiting for you in that room. That final blank is waiting for you in the room is that personality trait. Notice the setup. At the top, you have your personality trait. From your sensory cluster, you tell us what the sight, the smell, the hear, the sound, the feel, the taste happens to be, and you input those according to the color-coded lines in this sentence frame. If this is a sentence frame you like to use, feel free to pause this video, or again, in the description, there is a link that can take you to a form to use. This is another sensory frame paragraph that you can use. So go ahead and pause this if you want to talk about this one. This is where you wake up in the morning and you speak to them, and who's waiting for you to wake up is that personality trait. So feel free to pause and then pick back up. And we have another quality personality sentence frame. This one starts out with that once upon a time, and you got to decide if that sensory thing is a boy or a girl, and you pick that and you tell us what its name is. And of course, you finish out these sentence frames by switching between the he and the she and filling all the sensory details in that you need to make this complete. Again, if this is one you want to use, you can pause the video to write this, or you can click that link below. And we got one more. This is where your sensory, your personality trait walks in the door. And when that sensory trait walks in the door, what do you see, feel, hear upon their entrance into the door? Again, pause this video if this is the one you want to use, or click below. This is where the original idea came from. This is one of my students, class of 2008, Maggie B. As I wake in the morning, I see him in bright and colorful clothing. I get up and he hugs me. He feels like a warm blanket. When he kisses me, he tastes like lemonade. I breathe in deeply, enjoying the smell of vanilla. He tells me good morning in a soft voice that sounds like the twinkling of chimes. My kindness is always with me. So her personality trait that she chose was kindness. It is a bright and colorful item. It's a warm blanket. It tastes like lemonade, but it smells like vanilla, and it has this tinkling of chimes as a sound. Here are some more examples. When he walks through the door, you see beautiful nature with a little gloss of wind that smells like Febreze. As you embrace him, he feels like a squishy ball. A kiss would taste like a snow cone. When he walks around the room, you hear a cool breeze that has entered the room. Chill is here. A great description of the personality trait chill. Absolutely great. I love that Febreze reference. And another one by Grace E. When she walks through the door, you see Cassie slapping Jada, and you smell a fart. As you embrace her, she feels like being tickled. A kiss would taste like sour candy. When she walks around the room, you hear laughter. Funny has entered the room. Another great example of the personality trait, funny. You have someone slapping someone, you have sour tasting candy, you have the smell of farts, and of course, what you hear is laughter, and the feel is tickled. These are great ways to describe what funny is. You need to come up with your own. Grace had some wonderful ideas here, but she's made funny come to life. One more. This is from Colin P. When he walks through the door, you see a hurricane, and it smells like a football. As you embrace him, he feels like a king. His kiss would taste like heaven. When he walks around the room, you hear angels singing. Greatness has entered the room. There is definitely some power, some images of greatness that Colin has been able to describe. So this is how you do your quality personality. Again, feel free to borrow any of these sentence frames, and if you need any help, you know where to find me.